shared some videos where I've put together some exercises that you can use to create a workout for yourself, but today I'm going to spend some time talking about stretching. A lot of folks neglect stretching, but it's just as important as the exercises. You want to make sure that your body gets a chance to recover and that you do make sure you warm up with some stretching so you don't injure yourself, as well as finishing up your sessions with a little bit of stretching as you cool down. So we're going to start with the upper body, put together maybe a video a little later that focuses more on the lower body stretches. We're going to do 5 that focus on the upper body. The last one actually pretty much stretches and works out your entire body, but these will be good, and I'm going to use the ball here to demonstrate these. And if you don't have a ball, they're pretty inexpensive. You can get them at most department stores or order them online, but a good piece of equipment to have. So let's get started. Okay, so the first exercise I'm going to demonstrate is actually good for your trapezius, your traps. And so this one we're going to do standing, and we actually won't need the ball for this one. But all you're going to do is actually going to take one hand and place it behind your back, and then you're just going to drop your ear towards your shoulder in the opposite direction. And what you should feel is a nice stretch along the trapezius. And what you want to do is you want to hold this for about 30 seconds on each side. So we would hold it on this side for about 30, and again you'll feel a nice stretch along in here. And so once you finish this side, you would just lift your head, obviously switch your arms, drop this one toward your ear toward this side now, and then do the other side. But again, you want to hold this one for about 30 seconds. So make sure you give this one a try. Again, it's really good for the traps, and we'll move on to the next one. All right, so our second stretch is going to be for your shoulders. It's just a cross shoulder stretch. Just going to take one hand, put it on top of your shoulder, and just see here. And what you're going to do is reach down on that if you can. And then with the other arm, you're just going to grab here behind your elbow, and you're just going to pull in. Don't force anything, or do it to the point that you're feeling pain. But this is another one where we're going to do about 30 seconds on each side. So you would take care of one side, and once you've got your 30 seconds again, you would switch to the other side. But again, as the hand back here, you want to reach down if you can, and that'll give you a little bit more of a stretch. So just sort of stretch your fingers toward the floor. And when you're done here, switch to the other side, again on top of the shoulder, grab behind the elbow, and you're going to pull a little bit and take those fingers and stretch them out toward the floor, and that should feel really good. All right, moving on to the next one. This is where we'll start to use our ball a little bit. All right, so our next stretch is going to help the your biceps, and we will use the ball for this one. All you're going to do is come down on all fours with your knees below your hips and your arms below your shoulders, and you're going to take one hand, place it on the ball with your forearm resting on the ball as well as your hand. Want to have your palm open, and all we're going to do is just, with your head down, just roll that out and then rotate it. And again, we're going to do this for about 30 seconds on each side. That feels really good on the bicep. So once you've done your 30 seconds on this side, all you're going to do is roll the ball over here, and then we're going to put this hand down again, resting our forearm and part of our hand on the ball, and we're just going to keep our head here so we have a neutral spine, and just roll it out, and nice and slowly. If you want, you can again move that around as you got it extended out. And then when you're done, bring it back in. All right, so that takes care of our bicep. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next exercise. Again, we're going to use the ball for this one. So now we've got a stretch for your lats, and this would feel good up in here. We're going to be in a similar position as the last time, or the same position. We're going to use the ball again. Again, make sure that your knees are beneath your hips. You want to have your hands under your shoulders. You're going to take your forearm and again palm open on your hand, place it on the ball, and all we're doing now is, instead of rolling it out to the side, we're rolling it out to the front,
And we're gonna hold this for 30 seconds on this side. If you'd like, you can rotate the ball a little bit, get a little bit more of a stretch, get more of those muscles involved. Just make sure you keep your head down. Make sure we don't have any curvature in our spine. And once you're done on this side, again, 30 seconds, you just roll the ball back in.
We're gonna come up, roll it to the other side,
Put this hand down, place our hand here again, ball, roll it out, and again, 30 seconds. And again, if you like, you can rotate that in.
on all of these stretches. You can feel free to do it for longer than 30 seconds. There's no problem with that, but want to make sure that you do at least 30 seconds. So last exercise, and then we're done for the day. All right, so this last stretch actually works. This one feels good, upper body. You feel some of it in your hips here, along the sides, but this is just a great stretch overall. You don't need the ball for this one. And all we're gonna do for this one, we're gonna walk out into a plank.
And once we get out to the plank, we're just gonna bring 1 foot forward. We're gonna start on this side. Once you get that forward, you're gonna lift this hand and just turn and look up. And that should feel really good. Just stretch that out, hold that for a few seconds, bring it down. This leg goes back, this leg comes up. Same thing on the other side. Reach up, look up. But you'll feel this in your hip flexors, you'll feel it along your lats. Again, just a great overall stretch. When you're done, you pull this hand back, and we just alternate back and forth. And you just want to continue to do this
until you do about 10 reps. So hopefully these will be useful to you as you go through your workouts, helping you to make sure that you keep those muscles nice and flexible, and again, to help with your recovery. All right, take care.